Welcome back to BookmarksEducare. Today, myself, Sonia ma'am, I think now the face is recognizable as I come every day in meta pages with shorts videos. So today again, I am coming with some previous year questions on a very interesting topic, that is organic chemistry for the class 10 ICSE and CBSE boards. Organic chemistry, when you hear this organic chemistry, students are they get a bit frightened, because of organic chemistry. You think it's so complicated, but not at all. It is not at all complicated. Last session in live, you have seen Helen ma'am had come with a very good session on IUPAC nomenclature of organic chemistry. So today, you will be requiring to acknowledge that class, because IUPAC nomenclature, questions from IUPAC nomenclatures, drawing of the structural formulae is very common, and it comes in every year ICSE and CBSE board exams. So without wasting much time, I will take you to the journey on the previous year questions on organic chemistry. Okay. So coming to the very first question, which is a multiple choice question of 1 mark, and you see the questions have come in just the previous year, that is ICSE 2025. So what my first question says, which formula represents a saturated hydrocarbon? Mind you, saturated hydrocarbon. Many of you give this answer correct, but there is a basic difference between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, right? Do not confuse them. Saturated hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons having single bonds, okay? And unsaturation, where you have multiple bonds, that is carbon-carbon has double or triple bond. So if you give a quick recapitulation, what is the general formula to write a saturated hydrocarbon? If you see, saturated hydrocarbons have the general formula as CnH2n plus 2. And examples of saturated hydrocarbons, what is the homologous series that lies under saturated hydrocarbons? It is the alkane series. So, alkanes represent saturated hydrocarbons. So, if you take the 4 options and you just try to fit the 4 options in this formula, whichever will fit in the given formula will be an example of saturated hydrocarbon. So, the first one, if you see, it is C4H10. That means if N is 4, what is the formula? For saturation, it will be what? 2 into 4 plus 2. That means C4H8. So, I get this option as saturation. Let me check C5H12. What will be this? Sorry, this will not be the correct option. I'm very sorry. It is CnH2n plus 2. So for the first formula, you see if it is 4, then it will be 2 into 4 plus 2. That is C4. H10 it will be. That means this is not coinciding. The next formula is C5H12. That means 5 into 2 plus 2. That means C5H12. So this is coming under saturation. C4H6, will it come? No, if it is C4H is 10. So this is also not the correct option. C5H10, if it is C5 for saturation, it will be H12. So this is also not the correct option. So the correct option is C5H12, which is a saturated hydrocarbon. The next is, which of the following option has all the compounds which are members of the same homologous series? Now, if you remember, what is homologous series? It is a group of organic compounds that have similar structures and similar chemical properties, but the successive members, they differ by just CH2 units. Okay, so this is the homologous series in organic chemistry. So if you take the first option, you have what? CH4, C2H6, C3H8. So if I take alkanes is the first homologous series, then the general formula is this. For alkenes, it is CnH2n, and for alkynes, it is CnH2n minus 2, right? So if you put the first series, that is CH4, that means C is 1, H2 into 1, 2 plus 2, 4. That means this is a alkane. C2H6, that means 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. This is also an alkane. C3H8, C3H2 into 3, 6 plus 2. That means, so this is coming in the same homologous series. So this is the correct option. If you take option B, you see CH4 is an alkane, C2H6 is also an alkane, but C3H6, does this formula fit in the alkane generalized formula? No. That means this is not the same members of the same homologous series. Next is C3H4. C3H4, C3H6 and C3H8. If you fit in the formula, you will see that they also are not on the same homologous series. The next is C2H4, C3H6 and C4H10. If you do it in the same formulas of alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, you will see that some of the members are not fitting in the same homologous series. So this is also not the correct option. The correct option is the first one, where the three members lie in the alkane series. Next one, state the terms for the following. Undistilled alcohol that contains a large amount of methanol. What will be the answer? You have methanol means it is an alcohol. So undistilled alcohol which contains large amount of methanol is what? It is nothing but spurious alcohol. Okay. Okay, I see here two messages. Anku Patel, hello ma'am, hi. And Shalini Kumari, hello, hello. Thank you for watching the live sessions. It is a very important session on organic chemistry previous year question discussions. You can understand how much you are prepared, and by analyzing the questions, you can predict the probable questions that will be coming in your upcoming board exam. So please stay tuned with us. The next question is organic compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural formula. So this is what? What will be the answer? Can any of you please give? Anku Patel and Shalini Kumari, please, if you are watching, you just drop your answer in the comment box, okay? So the answer will be, what will be the answer? I'll wait for 1 minute so that you can write, or should I continue? Okay, I'm going to the next question. Till then, you have time to write in the chat box. I'm waiting for 2 minutes. I'll give this answer. Draw the structural diagram for the following organic compounds. You see it has come in ICSE 2025 and each structure drawing has 1 mark. So you have to, this type of questions of IUPAC naming and structure drawing comes every year in every ICSE question paper if you observe. So please, IUPAC nomenclature, Helen ma'am had brought a very beautiful session. If you see that session, everything will be clear. So coming on down to the structural formula diagram. What you see it is, the first one is 2-methyl propene. If you see propene, that means what? This is alkene. If it is alkene, CC, double bond should be present. Propene. Propene means what? Met, et, prop. Means 3 carbon it will have. So 1, 2, 3. If I give this 1, 2, 3, propene, 2 methyl. In 2 position you have CH3. Methyl means what? CH3 group, right? So this will be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 taken care of. This is 1, right? So this is 2 methyl propene. Okay? The next one, butanal. Al means aldehyde. What is the functional group? Okay? Butanal. But means how many carbon atoms? 4. Okay? Butanal. Okay, this will go aldehyde group. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon 4 hands already. 1, 2, 1, 2. So, this is the structure of butanal. Is it clear? Okay. Can you again explain question number 2? Ma'am, I have doubt. Question number 2. This one. Okay. Someone has doubt. Okay, it is Deepu Rai 1718. I am coming to question number 2 as you have a doubt. और प्लीज हिंदी में बोलिए, ठीक है, हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं. यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है तुम्हारा 4 options are there and 4 options have compounds, organic compounds that belong to some homologous series. You have to identify which compound belongs to the same homologous series. If you recapitulate the definition of homologous series, what is a homologous series? It is a group of organic compounds which has the same structural formula and same chemical properties, but the successive members differ by CH2 carbon units, CH2 units. Okay. Now, if you see in homologous series, you have what? Alkanes. Alkanes has general formula CnH2n plus 2. You have alkenes with a general formula CnH2n, and you have alkynes CnH2n minus 2, right? For the first option, if you take CH4, that means it will fit in which homologous series? N is 1 here, so C1, 2 into 1 plus 2. That means CH4 is an alkane. Okay. Next is C2H6. Okay, this is also an alkane. Next is C3H8. So this is also an alkane. That means CH4, C2H6 and C3H8. Methane, ethane, propane. It belongs to the same homologous series of alkanes. So, समझ में आ गया? अब ये देखो, मीथेन, ethane. But what is this? If it is C3, had it been in the alkane homologous series, it would have been what? C3H8, but this is C3H6. That means this member is the odd one out. It does not fall in the same homologous series. So this will not be the correct option. Next is C3H4. C3H4 मतलब तुम्हारा होगा if n equals to 3, अगर ये एल्केन में है तो कितना होगा? C3H8 होगा. If it is an alkene, wait, if it is an alkene, it will be what? CnH2n. That means C3H3 into 2, C3H6. But this is C3H4. Had it been alkyne, would it fit in the same series? Let's see. H2n minus 2. That means C3H6 minus 2. Right? That means C3H4. This is a alkyne. Next is C3H6. C3H6 is what? It is alkene. And this is alkane. And first one was alkyne. So you see combination of alkyne, alkene, alkane. So they do not fall in the same homologous series. So this will not also be the correct option. You see C2H4. C2H4, which series? That means this is C2H2n. That means C2H4 is in alkene, right? C3H6 is what? I said it is also alkene, right? And C4H10. C4H10. C अगर 4 है, if had it been alkene, it would be C4H8, but it is H10. So this does not fall in the alkene series. Therefore, this is also not the correct option. So the first option is that of the alkanes, methane, ethane, propane. So the correct answer is A. Is it clear? Ishwar Chanda, hello ma'am, hi. So I have explained Deepu Rai, I have explained the question too. I hope it is clear now. Okay, these structures are done. Answers did not come in the group about this. Organic compounds having same molecular formula but different structural formula. This is isomers. Isomers are organic compounds which has same molecular formula but different structural formula. In isomers, there are categories. There are chain isomers, there are conformational isomers, positional isomers, etc. Okay, so please study them in details. Next is, give the IUPAC name for the following organic compounds. This is also come in ICSE 2025 and it is a 3 marks question, you see. So the first compound, if I take, what is it? It is CCl. Okay. So first IUPAC, I have to number. This is 1, this is 2. Okay. So in one position, what you see, you have 2 chlorine hands. So 1, 1. Okay. 2 position also you have 2 chlorine hands. 2, 2. So how many chlorine I have? 4 chlorine. So 1, 1, 2, 2 gives me the position of the 4 chlorine atoms. And this will be 4. So tetrachloro. How many carbon? 2 carbons. So meth, it. So, and it is all single bond. So 1, 1, 2, 2 tetrachloroethane. Understood? 1, 1, 2, 2 tetrachloroethane. Clear? Next is The bonds here are missing, printing mistake. Okay. Now you see, what is this? COOH. It is a carboxylic acid functional group, right? So, whenever it is carboxylic acid, what it will be? OIC. Remember? So, how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 4 means what? Butane. So, you see what this will be? Butanoic acid. Right? So, this is nothing but butanoic acid, because oic means it represents what? Carboxylic acid. So, and the number of carbon atoms is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, it is butanoic acid. Alone boy, you have retracted your message, but we are quite faster in seeing your message. Whatever you have answered, it is carboxylic acid, absolutely correct, but you have to name the carboxylic acid, right? IUPAC system gives you the naming. What is the particular acid that you have to identify? Okay. Now, moving over to question 3. This is okay, this is the structure. So, if you see this structure and I name it, okay. See, if I start naming from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But if I start naming from the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which will be the correct way of naming? Whenever the double bond should have the highest priority number, right? So if I name it from the right hand side, you see the number is coming 3. But if I name it from the left hand side, it is coming to 2. So the correct nomenclature will be this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, 2 position what you have? Double bond. And how many carbons you are having here? 5 carbons. 5 means what? Pent. So, this will be what? Pent 2-ene, right? This is a alkene which is pent-2-ene. 2 gives the position of the double bond of the alkene. And as because you have 5 carbon atoms, this is pent-2-ene or 2-pentene. You can write it in both ways. Okay? Is it clear? So, this is the IUPAC naming of the 3 compounds. Next is complete and balance the following equations. Okay? These equations of this type only come in your, and this equation, the first equation, naming and balancing, is a very important equation. And if you see the trend, analyze the board exam patterns, you will see that the first equation is very important and it comes in each alternative or repeatedly in every year it comes. So you see, what is the first question? It is sodium acetate, right? Sodium acetate, when it is reacting with soda lime in the presence of calcium oxide and heat, if you can recapitulate, it will form what? This is the synthesis process or decarboxylation reaction to generate alkanes, right? So here you will get methane plus sodium carbonate, right? Here carbon dioxide will be released, it will combine with sodium hydroxide to generate sodium carbonate, and what will happen? This will take up hydrogen to give me methane. So this is a very important synthesis technique of the alkane series. It is known as decarboxylation reaction in the presence of soda lime. Okay? The next question is what? Acetic acid. This is what? Acetic acid. It reacts with magnesium. So acetic acid, when it reacts with magnesium, this will give me okay. So here you see what? Hydrogen gas is being liberated. So acetic acid, when it reacts with magnesium, will give me magnesium acetate and hydrogen gas, right? So this is how I have not balanced the equation. This is up to you. अगर मैं ये सब कुछ कर दूंगी तो तुम लोग क्या करोगे? खुद बैलेंस करो. मैंने हर एक केमिस्ट्री जब भी आती हूँ बोलती हूँ केमिकल रिएक्शन विदाउट बैलेंसिंग द रिएक्शंस does not have any meaning. So please always, whenever you are writing any chemical equation, be it inorganic, be it organic, please balance the equations. So this is a very, very important question. Very important. This question comes repetitively in maximum in the year question. Okay. So please, this synthesis technique you have to learn. कुछ भी कर लो, कॉन्सेप्ट कर लो, लर्न कर लो, कुछ भी कर लो, ये क्वेश्चन आते हैं. Okay. Now moving on to the next slide. If you see, this is also come in ICSE 2025. You have 6 organic compounds given, labeled as A to F. You have to identify, there are 3 questions given. The question is, which compound forms a single product with bromine? If you see the first question, which compound forms a single product with bromine, right? So what are the compounds? This is what? This is a carboxylic acid. CH3COOH, acetic acid, right? This is what? CH3CH2OH, ethyl alcohol. This is what? Double bond. CH2, double bond CH2, ethene. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4. That means butane. This is what? 1, 2, CH3, CH3, मैंने C2H6. This is ethane. And this is what? CH3, CH, you have CH3 substitution here and CH3. That means this is 2-methyl propane. Right? So, which compound will give us single product with bromine? Now, if you react bromine in the above 6 compounds, what will happen? First, you take these 3. These are alkanes. So, in alkanes, what happens when you react with bromine? You get what? Substitution type of reaction. And one bromine will not get attached. Any of the hydrogens can be replaced. So, multiple bromine product you can get. But here in this product, ethene, what will happen? You will get this product where addition reaction takes place. So for ethene, you will get addition reaction and the product that will be formed is this. So this is the single product that will be formed with when ethene reacts with bromine. So what will be the correct answer here? This will be compound C. Okay. Next is, which two compounds have the same molecular formula? If you see the molecular formula, you see if you take acetic acid, ethyl alcohol, ethene, ethane, these don't have, as you can see from the representation, they don't have the same molecular formula. But if you take, see, butane and 2-methyl propane, you see the molecular formula. That means if you write this will be what? C4, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. H10. Okay. And 2-methyl propane. Add 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons you have. C4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see, structurally they are different, but molecular formula is the same. So the answer will be D and F. Okay. And D and F therefore is what? Isomers. They have the same molecular formula but different structural formula. Clear? Next is question B. Which two compounds will react together in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to form a product with a fruity smell? This question itself is also a very, very important question, and it comes many types. In my slides, as I move forward, you will see the same question, but representation of the question is different. Okay. Here, see, compound is given. You have to identify both which compound reacts to give a fruity smell. Now, fruity smell means what? Ester. Any ester has a very good fruity smell. That means here, which two compounds will react among themselves to generate an ester? We know what? Acid, carboxylic acid reacts with alcohols to generate esters in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So here acid is what? Acetic acid, and alcohol is ethyl alcohol. So compounds A and B will react together in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to give me an ester with a fruity smell. So the answer will be A and B. Okay, is it clear? So you see, conceptually if you learn chemistry, chemistry is very easy. रट्टा मत मारो, concepts याद करो, ठीक है? Okay. चलो, अब 2025 का सारा ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री का जो क्वेश्चंस था वो मैंने दिखा दिया है. Now moving over to 2024. So you have you followed the question pattern? So ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री अगर तुम देखोगे एमसीक्यूज में भी आते हैं, शॉर्ट फिल इन द ब्लैंक टाइप क्वेश्चन भी आते हैं, 2 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं, और आयुपैक और स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला तो आएगा ही आएगा. ठीक है, ये 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन रहता है. अब चले आते हैं फिर एमसीक्यू में 2024 का क्या क्वेश्चंस था. देखो, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज unsaturated hydrocarbons undergo. There are 4 types of reaction in the options. What are the reactions? Addition, substitution, oxidation and redox reaction. So, mind you, again, unsaturated. There is a difference between saturation and unsaturation. Of course, there is a difference. You will tell me, ma'am, saturation में saturated है, उसके prefix में UN लगा दो, unsaturation हो जाएगा. यही difference है. Very good, ये तो difference है. Like grammatically, but chemistry wise what is the difference? Saturated hydrocarbons always carbon carbon single bond, and unsaturated hydrocarbons have carbon carbon double or triple bonds. Okay, now अगर unsaturated hydrocarbons होता है तो क्या होता है? It shows typically what type of reaction? Addition type of reaction. But saturated हो जाएगा तो क्या दिखाएगा? Substitution type of reaction. ठीक है? So unsaturated hydrocarbons तो फिर किस reactions दिखाएगा? ये फर्स्ट ऑप्शन हो जाएगा एडिशन रिएक्शंस, राइट? सो A is the correct option. Next is reaction of an alcohol. See, MCQ में ये आ गया है, reaction of an alcohol with a carboxylic acid in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid is known as what? Halogenation, esterification, hydrogenation, dehydrohalogenation. देखा, ये वहां पे था एस्टर कैसे फॉर्म करेगा, तुमको कंपाउंड्स आइडेंटिफाई, लेकिन वो जो एस्टर फॉर्मेशन है उसका प्रोसेस का एक नाम है, तुमको यहाँ पे नाम, रिएक्शन का नेम आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा। तो वो क्या हो जाएगा, फिर क्या होता है, एसिड और अल्कोहल जब रिएक्ट करते हैं एस्टर जेनरेट होता है, इसलिए रिएक्शन प्रोसेस का नाम हो जाएगा esterification, right? So the correct option will be B, which is esterification. Next is conversion of ethanol to ethene by the action of concentrated sulfuric acid involves dehydration process, dehydrogenation process, hydrolysis and dehydrohalogenation. क्या है देखो, इथेनॉल, ethanol is CH2H5OH, C2H5OH and ethene, ethene मतलब क्या है, ठीक है? सो अल्कोहल से इथीन, राइट? सो इसमें क्या हो गया, क्या रिमूव्ड हो गया, देखो water is being removed, right? Then only you are generating a double bond because the water molecule is being removed in the presence of acid, right? So क्या हो जाएगा, ये डिहाइड्रेशन, रिमूवल ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल मींस क्या होता है, डिहाइड्रेट होता है। हम लोग में भी बोलते हैं क्या, ये दिस इज नाउ विंटर सीजन, व्हाट डू डॉक्टर्स से, प्लीज बी हाइड्रेटेड, दैट मींस पानी पियो, पानी पियो, फ्लूइड्स पियो। बॉडी डिहाइड्रेशन हो जा रहा है, मतलब बॉडी से फ्लूइड चला जा रहा है, उसका मतलब है डिहाइड्रेशन। इसलिए जब ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड या किसी भी कंपाउंड से पानी निकल जाता है, उस प्रोसेस को हम लोग बोलते हैं डिहाइड्रेशन। सो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी डिहाइड्रेशन। नेक्स्ट इज, हेलो जहूर शेख, हेलो, हाय। Deepu Rai, ma'am, can you tell about esterification? Esterification, the way I have said, the first question was, अगर कोई carboxylic acid you react with any alcohol, it generates ester, and esters are always having compounds with a fruity smell, okay? And this process happens in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, okay? यही है तुम्हारा esterification process. Zahur Sheikh, hi, hello. Next, I cannot understand, it is code language or what. Please, whenever you are writing, write carefully what you want to express. State the terms for the following. Okay, now you have to state the terms for the following. The group obtained by removing one hydrogen atom from the parent alkene. Parent alkene मतलब पकड़ लो, the simplest one, this is alkene, the simplest one known as methane. इसमें से तुम एक हाइड्रोजन रिमूव कर रहे हो, तो क्या होगा तुम्हारा, ठीक है? ACH3 को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, मीथाइल, राइट? मीथेन के रिस्पेक्ट अगर जनरलाइजेशन करते हैं, ये एल्केन है, हाइड्रोजन एल्केन से निकल गया, क्या हो गया, एल्काइल। सो द ग्रुप दैट इज फॉर्म्ड इज एल्काइल ग्रुप। ओके, क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट देखो, फिर से स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉइंग आ गया, ये 2024 में आया था। ड्रॉ द स्ट्रक्चरल डायग्राम फॉर द फॉलोइंग ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स। 3-methyl pentane, 3-methyl pentane, pentane 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-methyl, Okay, so this is 3-methyl pentane. Clear? Next is propine. Propine. Propine matlab alkyne. That means you will have a triple bond. Okay, this is propine. Next is methanal. Methanal matlab aldehyde. Al group is there. That means CHO. Methanal means the first methane to methanal, mane one carbon atom. So one carbon atom, aldehyde, HCHO. ठीक है? This is nothing but also known as formaldehyde, and the IUPAC name is methanal. समझ में आ गया? So 3-methyl pentane, propine and methanal. Clear? Give the IUPAC names of the organic compounds whose structural formula is given. So this is the structural formula. Now you see, if I number it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the chlorine is coming in what position? 3 and 4 position. Reverse ले लेते हैं numbering. ठीक है? Here chlorine is coming in what position? 2 and 3 position. Okay? So chlorine, IUPAC nomenclature, if you remember, priority numbering will be given the one which is having the highest numbering order. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3 में chlorine है. So this numbering I will take rather than 3, 4 में chlorine है. So this pattern will not be there. This is the correct numbering, right? So what will be? 2, 3, 2 position chlorine, 3 position. How many carbon atoms? 5. Matlab 2, 3 dichloropentane. Clear? 2, 3 dichloropentane. Okay? Next one you see acid. 1, 2, 3. Right? One position you have acid, 3 carbon atoms. So methane, ethane, propane. That means this is propanoic acid. Okay? So this is propanoic acid. Okay? The first one is 2, 3 dichloropentane and the second one is propanoic acid. One, 3 chloropentane. No, you are trying, I can understand, but the last one is, first one is 1, 3. 1 May, where are you getting chloro? You have again deleted the message. I don't know what are you trying to do. Zahur Sheikh. Okay, you are learning, but you have to learn fast. अभी तो कुछ दिनों में ही बोर्ड है, तो fast learn करो. 1 में तो क्लोरीन नहीं है, इसलिए 1 में नहीं होगा. समझ लो. 2 पोजीशन में देखो क्लोरो है और 3 पोजीशन में क्लोरो है. सो ये हो जाएगा तुम्हारा 2, 3. अब 2 क्लोरो है, इसलिए डाइक्लोरो हो जाएगा, क्लोरो नहीं. It is 2 chlorine atoms, so it is dichloro. Had it been 1 chlorine atom, you would have written chloro. So 2, 3 symbolizes the position where the chlorine atom is being attached. And dichloro जितना हो जाएगा तुम्हारा क्लोरीन और हैलो ग्रुप्स, उतना तुम्हारा डाई ट्राई ऐसे करके लिखना पड़ेगा. सो इसका है 2, 3 डाइक्लोरोपेंटेन. ओके ओके. Now you see, complete and balance the following equations. See, I said this is very important. That was methyl acid, sodium acetate. This is C, sodium ethanoate, right? Sodium ethanoate, when it reacts with again soda lime, this will generate ethane. Okay, so this question you see 2 consecutive years में आ गया. Next देखो, CH2Br इसके साथ अल्कोहलिक KOH अगर तुम रिएक्ट करते हो तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? दिस इज व्हाट? C2H4Br, राइट? सो यहां से HBr निकलेगा, so this will generate alkyne, right? So this is what? Ethyne, right? So from this you are getting ethyne, right? Next is choose the organic compounds from the list given below to answer the following questions. What are the compounds given? Ethene, ethanoic acid, ethanol, methanal. Okay, what are the questions? The compound which does not have double bond in its structure. So इसमें से कौन से में डबल बॉन्ड नहीं है? इथीन में डबल बॉन्ड है. अगर लिख लेते हैं हम, इथीन क्या हो गया तुम्हारा? ओके, इथानोइक एसिड, दैट मीन्स यहां पे डबल बॉन्ड है COH में, ठीक है? इथेनॉल and methanal, this also has double bond. Okay, so किस में डबल बॉन्ड नहीं है? इथेनॉल, right? Okay, the compound which in its pure form turns into an ice-like solid on cooling, this is ethanoic acid. इथेनोइक एसिड अगर तुम इसको कूल करते हो, ये सॉलिड आइस लाइक हो जाता है. द कंपाउंड विच इज यूज्ड फॉर आर्टिफिशियल राइपनिंग ऑफ फ्रूट्स, दिस इज इथीन. इथीन इज यूज्ड फॉर artificial ripening of fruits. Okay, so again, as I have said, chemistry is everywhere in your everyday life. Next is differentiate between the following pairs based on the criteria given. So you see how the questions are like very specific, very to the point and very oh अच्छा, sorry. The formula of ये थोड़ा गलत हो गया है. This is not the formula. Ethanoic acid is CH3 COOH. Okay, this is the correct formula of ethanoic acid. This is, I am just देखो मैंने भी गलती कर दिया, ठीक है? इथेनोइक और मिथेनोइक, you have to understand. मिथेनोइक तुम बोलोगे मैम दिस इज पर्टेनिंग टू मिथाइल मीथेन, कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है. मिथेनोइक में देखो यहाँ पे जो है मिथेनॉल सिर्फ H ही है, तो मिथेनोइक एसिड तुम्हारा हो जाएगा फॉर्मिक एसिड. दिस इज एक्चुअली मिथेनोइक एसिड एंड इथेनोइक एसिड तुम्हारा एसिटिक एसिड. ठीक है, ये देखो मैंने भी गलती कर दिया, इतना केमिस्ट्री में विद्वान होके भी. अब तुम लोग इसको प्लीज, दीज आर द ट्रिक्स, कंफ्यूज हो जाने का ही चांसेस है, लेकिन डोंट बी कंफ्यूज्ड. ओके, बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल इन ऑल दीज नॉमेनक्लेचर्स. नेक्स्ट इज देखो, डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन द फॉलोइंग पेयर्स बेस्ड ऑन द क्राइटेरिया गिवन. व्हाट आर द unsaturated and saturated? सो क्या क्राइटेरिया दिया हुआ है? टाइप ऑफ बॉन्ड्स प्रेजेंट, और कुछ नहीं. Like pages after pages, don't write. Okay, you just see, it is just a 1 mark question. The criteria is also given. To the point लिखो, 1 mark लाओ. ठीक है, क्या हो जाएगा? बॉन्ड्स अनसैचुरेटेड में मैंने क्या बोला है? अनसैचुरेटेड में कार्बन कार्बन में हमेशा डबल या ट्रिपल बॉन्ड रहता है, और सैचुरेटेड हाइड्रोकार्बन्स में ऑलवेज देयर इज कार्बन कार्बन single covalent bond. But in unsaturation there is more than one covalent bond, either double or triple. So this is just the differentiation. Next is choose the correct answer. अब 24 का सारा questions organic का have covered up. अब चले आते हैं 2023 का. देखो क्या है? An example of a cyclic organic compound. Propene, pentene, butene, benzene. So quite obvious, benzene is the aromatic one and benzene is the cyclic organic compound. Next is what? The hydrocarbon formed when sodium propanoate and soda lime are heated together. Okay. Again you see, can you remember? Very very important, as I was saying, ये आ ही जाता है every time, every year, 3 consecutive years you see this question has come. So sodium propanoate, when it reacts with soda lime, this will give you ethane. Okay, not propane, mind you. Sodium propanoate का formula है, if you remember, the same equation. So this will give me okay. So this is ethane. The general formula of hydrocarbons with single covalent bonds. This is the trick here. Single covalent bonds matlab saturated hydrocarbon, which is nothing but alkanes. So alkanes का general formula क्या है? CnH2n plus 2, right? So this is the correct answer, right? Yes, very good, correct answer. I'm so happy for you. Very good. ऐसे ही सीखोगे, हो जाएगा. बोर्ड्स की तैयारी समझो हो गया है, हमारे साथ बने रहो. Fill in the blanks with the choices given in the brackets. Conversion of ethene to ethane is an example of hydration and or hydrogenation. क्या है? ethene से ethane. ethene क्या हो गया? इससे okay, this is the conversion. This is ethene, this is ethane, right? तो डबल बॉन्ड था, ये एल्कीन से एल्केन. तो किस टाइप का? हाइड्रेशन मतलब एडिशन ऑफ वाटर होता है, ठीक है? डिहाइड्रेशन, हाइड्रेशन. और हाइड्रोजिनेशन मतलब होता है एडिशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. देखो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? 2 हाइड्रोजन यू हैव एडेड. सो ये किस तरह का रिएक्शन हो जाएगा फिर? हाइड्रोजिनेशन, राइट? वेरी गुड. Zarur Sheikh, I'm very happy that you are very actively watching this session. Very good. And you are learning also. You're perfect at it. खाली थोड़ा nomenclature को revision करना है. Draw the structural diagram for the following organic compounds. 2-chlorobutane, methanol and but2ine. Zarur Sheikh, I would like that you please draw the structures, and in order to make it the sections, you will not be able to comment here. Just draw the structures, picture निकालो और इसमें chat box में post करो, ठीक है? कोई भी एक का, methanol, but2ine and 2-chlorobutane. I will be very happy. Okay, so 2-chlorobutane. 2-chlorobutane. Okay, butane matlab methane, ethane, propane, butane. It will have 4 carbon atoms. ठीक है, 2-chlorobutane मतलब 2 पोजीशन में क्लोरो होगा, 1 2 3 4 1 2. So this is the structure of 2-chlorobutane, right? Next is methanol. Methanol, as I have already discussed, this had come last year also. Okay, so this is methanol. Then is but2-ine, methane, ethane, propane, butane. That means this is again 4 carbon. But2-ine, 2 position you have ine, alkyne, triple bond. So 1 2 3 4, 2 position you have triple bond. Okay, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So this is the structure of but2-ine. Is it clear? Next is again give the IUPAC names of the following structural formulas. So what are the IUPAC names? You see, this is 1 2. This is again acid. So 1 2 means what? I will have ethanoic acid. See, I was mistaking there. So this is the formula CH3COOH, ethanoic acid. This is also known as acetic acid and it is found in the common vinegar. Okay, next is what you see, alcohol. 1 2 3 4. Why I said alcohol? OH functional group is there, right? So this is 1 2 3 4. That means butane to all. Okay, or 2-butanol. Clear? Both ways correct. Whichever you write, you will get full marks. Okay, now come to this. Give a balanced chemical equation for the following conversions with conditions. Okay, you have to give, read the questions very, very carefully. Balanced देना पड़ेगा, conditions भी देना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, एक छूट जाए, marks छूट गया. We read the questions very, very carefully. Ethene to ethanol. Ethene to ethanol means alkene to, oh sorry, ethene from ethanol. मतलब इथेनॉल से इथीन आना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, तो फिर ये उल्टा हो गया. अल्कोहल से you have to come back to the alkene. So if I write alcohol CH, इससे you have coming to ethene. Okay, तो ये क्या हो गया? डिहाइड्रेशन रिएक्शन. कंडीशन क्या होगा? कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, एक्सेस सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड at 170 degrees centigrade will give you ethene and water, right? Next is ethyne from calcium carbide. When you react calcium carbide with water, you will get ethyne and calcium oxide, right? So this is a very important synthesis process of alkynes. General synthesis process of alkynes. Okay, next is monochloromethane from methane. So methane से you have to obtain monochloromethane. That means substitution reaction, right? So methane will react with chlorine to give me monochloroethane. Okay, so this is methane reacting with chlorine, giving substitution reaction to give monochloroethane and hydrochloric acid in presence of light. This is the condition. Okay. Next is name the following. The organic compound with same molecular formula, ये तो बहुत बार आ गया है. Isomers. Group of organic compounds where the successive members follow a regular structural pattern. Successive compounds differ by a CH2 group. In the very beginning, I had already given you the definition of homologous series. So this is the homologous series which is defined by the thing that is given here. Arrange the following according to the instructions given in the bracket. Okay? C2H2, C3H6, CH4, C2H4. What is the instruction? In the increasing order of molecular weight. ठीक है? So जिसका molecular weight के हिसाब से increasing order के हिसाब से you have to arrange this 4 compounds. So C2H2 का कितना हो जाएगा molecular weight? 2 into 12 plus 1 into 2, that means 24 plus 2, 26. This is C3H6, matlab 3 into 12 plus 1 into 6. 3 12s are 36 plus 6, that means this is 42. CH4 is 12 plus 4, that means 16, and C2H4 12 into 2 plus 1 into 4. 12 2s are 24 plus 4 is 28. So the highest is this 42, next is 28, the increasing order CH4, फिर हो जाएगा C2H2, फिर हो जाएगा C2H4 and then is C3H6. So this is increasing order of molecular weight. Okay, this is बाबा फड़ाड़ी गेमिंग, कुछ ऐसा ही नाम है क्या तुम लोगों का नाम होता है? कल मेरा एसएसटी का पेपर है. नहीं पढ़ोगे तो गेम ओवर हो जाएगा, पढ़ोगे तो गेम ऑन रहेगा. सो पढ़ो और एंड ऑल द बेस्ट. Differentiate between the following pairs based on the criteria given in the brackets. Okay, you see cane sugar and hydrated copper sulfate using concentrated sulfuric acid. So cane sugar, when you are treating this with concentrated sulfuric acid, you just get a black spongy mass of carbon in the form of charcoal. Okay? But hydrated copper sulfate matlab copper sulfate dot 5H2O. These are, if you remember, blue crystals tha. इसको if you treat with concentrated sulfuric acid, you get copper sulfate plus 5H2O. This is nothing but a white amorphous powder. Okay, so the color changed from blue crystals to white powder. And cane sugar sulfuric acid के साथ treat करोगे तो एक black color का spongy mass जो कुछ नहीं charcoal है वो generate करेगा. Now is MCQ again. The organic compound which undergoes substitution reaction. This has come in ICSE 2018. I was doing 25, 24, 23. Now I thought थोड़ा सा पीछे जाते हैं. So 2018 का question देखो. The organic compound which undergoes substitution reaction. So substitution reaction किस type of organic compounds में होते हैं? It is saturated hydrocarbons. That means it is what? Alkanes. So इसमें put करके देखो, C2H2 तो alkane नहीं है, C2H4 alkane है, put करते हैं. Alkane का formula we know is this. So C2H2 into 2 नहीं, so ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है. C10H18, C10H18 अगर होता तो क्या होता? 2 into 10 plus 2, that means C10H22 होता, तो भी ये भी नहीं है. C2H6 देखो, this is alkane. So this is the correct option. I am very sorry, I pronounced the name wrong. It is Fire Rise Gaming ma'am. सारा दिन गेम करोगे तो गेम ओवर ही हो जाएगा. पढ़ो पढ़ो. और क्या C लिखे हो? C is not the correct option. Very wrong option. कल तो तुम्हारा श्योर गेम ओवर ही हो जाएगा फिर. Okay, the IUPAC name of dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether. If I write this, it is. This is the formula of dimethyl ether. Okay. So, what are options? Ethoxymethane? No. Methoxymethane? Yes. CH3O, this is methoxy group. Okay. So, if CH4 is methane, you know, so CH3, one hydrogen is replaced by methoxy group. So that is why it is known as methoxymethane. Okay. So the correct option is methoxymethane. If the molecular formula of an organic compound is C10H18, it is alkene, alkyne, alkane, not a hydrocarbon. This तो cannot be because you know hydrocarbons have carbon, hydrogen, CH2 unit रहता ही रहता है. So C10H18 अगर तुम इसको जनरल फॉर्मूला में डालोगे, alkane होता तो नहीं होता, इसका फॉर्मूला है alkane, C10H22 होता. अगर alkene होता है तो CnH2n है, so C10H फिर 20 होता. ठीक है, तो फिर ये भी नहीं है. अल्काइन होता तो क्या होता? CnH2n minus 2. That means C10H 10 into 2 minus 2. That means C10H18. Therefore, this is a alkyne. So the correct option is alkyne. You please study Fire Rise Gaming. All your options are going wrong. Not a hydrocarbon. তার আগেরটা তো সি বললো, এটা এটা বললো সি না? ও your option is correct. আবার বলছে C is equals to answer. Yes, it is correct. It is alkyne. Absolutely correct. CnH2n minus 2. Very good. হ্যাঁ, দুজনেই লিখেছে. Zahur Sheikh, yes, your answer is also correct. It is alkyne. Okay, next compound, let's come. A compound X having vinegar-like smell, when treated with ethanol in the presence of the acid Z, gives compound Y which has a fruity smell. You see, very important, esterification reaction. But now you see how the question pattern has changed. This has come in ICSE 2017. So, X alcohol is given, X is having vinegar, it is said. So, X will be nothing but CH3COOH. That means acetic acid. Right? When treated in the presence of Z, that means here a condition is there. What will be Z? Esterification reaction में concentrated sulfuric acid. Right? which has a fruity smell. So Y is nothing but क्या हो जाएगा? Ester हो जाएगा. That means C2H5COO. No. This will be the ester. Okay. So identify Y and Z. Y is this ester. Z is concentrated sulfuric acid. Write the structural formula of X, acetic acid. Right. Structural formula, if you have to write it in this way. Name the above reaction. Esterification. Okay. Next, compound X is bubbled through. See, this question dates back to ICSE 2010. Compound X is bubbled through compound X is bubbled through bromine dissolved in carbon tetrachloride and the product form is CH2Br, CH2Br. Draw the structural formula of X and state what type of reaction S has undergone. That means this is what is happening here. It is undergoing addition type of reaction. So X will be what? Ethene. Right? And what type of reaction? It is undergoing addition type of reaction. Name the compound formed when steam reacts with X in the presence of acid, as for example phosphoric acid. This is your X. So if steam is reacting, then you get alcohol. This is ethanol. So in presence of steam, the compound X in the presence of steam and acid will give you ethanol. What is the procedure of converting the product formed, means ethanol, back to ethene? Okay, so from ethanol to ethene, you are removing water molecule minus water. That means the procedure name is dehydration. Okay, so X is ethene. It is undergoing to form this by addition type of reaction. When X is treated with steam in the presence of acid, I get alcohol, that is ethanol. Ethanol can be converted back to ethene by losing a molecule of water by the dehydration procedure. Okay, so this type of question has come in ICSE 2010 and these questions are very, very common. Okay. Okay. Now ICSE, I have done some of the questions. I come down to some CBSE Organic Chemistry questions, year questions. So if you see the first question, it has come in CBSE 2024. What is the question? Consider the following statements about homologous series of carbon compounds. What are the statements? All succeeding members differ by CH2 unit. This is true. Melting point and boiling point increases with increasing molecular mass. This is also true. The difference in molecular masses between two successive members is 16U. Is it true? I don't think so. This is not true. C2H2 and C3H4 are not the successive members of the alkyne series. Is it true? C2H2, this is alkyne. C3H4, this is also alkyne, right? So this statement is again not true. So the correct statements are what? A and B. So A is the correct option. A and B. Yes, very good. A and B, that means the correct option is A. Fire Rise Gaming, A. Yeah, A is the correct option. Ma'am, can you repeat question 5? Question 5. This one. Okay. Okay, Fire Rise Gaming, for you, question 5 once again. See, question 5, what it is telling? It is telling you have a compound X and you pass bromine and dissolved carbon tetrachloride through it and you get this compound. So, इसमें क्या होगा? X फिर ethene होगा. This type of compound is obtained only if the compound has a addition, माने unsaturation अगर है, तो X मेरा क्या हो जाएगा? ethene हो जाएगा. और ब्रोमीन एडिशन मतलब ये एडिशन टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन है. अगर X के हिसाब से X में तुम स्टीम पास करते हो तो क्या हो जाएगा? उसमें इथीन विल बी कन्वर्टेड टू इट्स रिस्पेक्टिव और कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग अल्कोहल विच इज इथेनॉल. और फिर क्या है? इथेनॉल से इथीन तुम अगर वापस से लाना चाहते हो तो इथेनॉल को क्या होगा? इसका डिहाइड्रेशन वाटर मॉलिक्यूल ये लूज करेगा टू गिव मी इथीन. सो द प्रोसेस इज नोन एज डिहाइड्रेशन रिएक्शन. समझ में आ गया? ओके. Give reason why carbon can neither form C4 plus cations nor C4 minus anions but form only covalent compounds. So, if you see carbon, इसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ये है. अगर C4 plus cations फॉर्म करना होगा, that means it will have to lose all the 4 electrons. So losing all the 4 electrons requires a high amount of ionization energy. But this high amount of ionization energy makes the carbon very unstable, and this high amount of ionization energy is also not achievable. So carbon cations can never be generated. And if it generates carbon 4 minus ions, that means what? It has to take up 4 more electrons, right? So this will be 8. Okay, so I was telling 4 minus, sorry for the technical problem, 4 minus मतलब anions होगा. So इसको और 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लेना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. तो फिर तुम बोलोगे मैम ये तो ऑक्टेट हो जाएगा, लेकिन नहीं होगा क्योंकि इफ इट टेक्स 4 मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, कार्बन हैज अ स्मॉल एटॉमिक साइज. सो क्या होगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन इलेक्ट्रॉन जो रिपल्शन होता है दैट विल बी वेरी मच हायर, एंड द स्मॉल साइज ऑफ कार्बन एटम कैन नॉट टेक दैट मच इलेक्ट्रॉन इलेक्ट्रॉन रिपल्शन, एंड इट विल फॉर्म अ वेरी अनस्टेबल कंडीशन व्हिच इज आल्सो नॉट अचीवेबल. So carbon इसलिए cannot form cations and anions, but carbon, it always therefore shares 4 electrons with its neighboring atoms to generate stable covalent bonds. Is it clear? So this is the answer. It has come, see, it's a 5 marks question and it has come in 2020-24. Okay. Now, what is homologous series of carbon compound? I've already defined it. Write the molecular formula of any two consecutive members of homologous series of aldehydes. So, aldehydes में first अगर तुम लोगे तो it is what? Methanal. That means HCHO. Okay? And ethanal. CH3CHO. Okay? So, this is the molecular formula of two consecutive members of the aldehyde homologous series. For nucleus balance, whatever correct ही है, थोड़ा बहुत correct है for nuclear balance. Personalized, okay. Shada Kazi, hi, hello. Hello. You have joined a bit late, but okay. Okay, now coming to name a commercially important carbon compound having functional group OH and its molecular formula. Okay, so very important is what? Ethyl alcohol. C2H5OH. This is commercially very important. Okay. Write the chemical equation to show its reaction with sodium metal. Okay. Ethyl alcohol, when it reacts with sodium, it generates sodium ethoxide. Okay. So this is sodium ethoxide, right? Excess concentrated sulfuric acid, C2H5OH, in the presence of excess concentrated sulfuric acid and 170 degrees centigrade, undergoes dehydration reaction to give me alkene. So this is alkene, right? Next is ethanoic acid in presence of acid catalyst. C, very important in CBSE. So C2H5OH reacts with ethanoic acid to generate ester. Okay, esterification reaction. Next is acidified potassium dichromate. This will give me what? Acidified potassium dichromate is usually a oxidizing agent. Therefore, C2H5OH oxidizes to give me the respective acid. This is what? Ethanoic acid, right? So the last one is generation of acid. Okay, oxidation reaction to give me ethanoic acid. Next is, you see, total number of electrons shared in the formation of an ethyne molecule is. Ethyne is a alkyne. Okay, so ethyne formula will be what? Okay, total number of electrons shared. So if I draw the electron dot and cross structure, so number of, this is the triple bond, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. This is the single bond with hydrogen, 1, 2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So total number of electrons shared is how many? 10 electrons. Which one will I repeat? Please tell me the question number that I have to repeat. Sadkazi. Please tell me the question number for which I should repeat. I'll obviously repeat it. Okay. Now coming back to you see, it's a 5 marks question in CBSE 2023 boards. An acid X and an alcohol Y react with each other. See, esterification reactions, very, very important. Just the pattern of the question is changing. Acid X, alcohol Y react with each other in the presence of acid catalyst to form a sweet smelling substance Z. That means X plus Y gives me Z, which is sweet. This is ester. X is a acid. Y is the alcohol. Okay. Identify X, Y, Z. Write the chemical equation for the reaction involved and name it. The reaction is esterification. Okay. Chemical equation I am writing. The substance Z on treatment with sodium hydroxide produces back the alcohol Y and sodium ethanoate. That means Z, when it reacts with NaOH, it is giving me sodium ethanoate. CH3, na? Okay, so you see this is sodium ethanoate, right? So now you can come back to the previous formulas. Y will be what? Sodium ethanoate and back the alcohol Y. So Y will be by default. So this is ethyl alcohol. Okay. So Y is alcohol. Okay. So Z becomes what then? This is the ester, right? And Y acid is फिर कौन सा हो गया acid? X का formula क्या हो जाएगा? CH3COOH. Okay. So X is the acetic acid, Y is ethyl alcohol, Z is the corresponding ester formed between acetic acid and ethyl alcohol. Right? तो हो गया तुम्हारा सारा reactions भी हो गया. The first reaction फिर क्या होगा? CH3COOH plus C2H5OH in the presence of an acid will give me what? CH3COOC2H5. This is the ester. So फिर ester हो गया. Last का है, write the chemical equation I have written for the reaction involved, giving justification of the same. So full thing is taken care of. Next is name the simplest saturated hydrocarbon. Simplest saturated hydrocarbon, methane. Draw its electron dot structure. This is the electron dot structure of methane. Which type of bonds exist in this compound? Covalent bonds. Name any two mixtures of the carbon compound used as fuel in daily life, of which the above mentioned compound is a component. Okay, this is coal gas, biogas. Fuel in daily life and methane is a component of it. In which homologous series of carbon compounds can this compound be placed? Which series? The alkane series. Write the general formula. What is the general formula? CnH2n plus 2. Which type of flame is produced on burning it? Methane undergoes complete combustion in the presence of oxygen to burn with a blue flame. Okay, so the answer is blue flame. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so here I come. Please repeat, ma'am. Which one will I repeat? Please tell me the question. Okay, if you are asking about this, I'm repeating it. Simplest saturated carbon, saturated is blue. Blue, yes, blue is the correct answer. Blue flame. Very good, Zarur. Blue is the correct answer. Zahur, sorry, very sorry. Yes, simplest saturated hydrocarbon, alkane में methane है, so methane. Methane CH4. Electron dot structure, this is the electron dot structure. Question 1. Okay. See, you have an acid and alcohol that is reacting in the presence of acid catalyst to give a sweet smelling substance Z. That means acid alcohol reacts fruity smelling, esterification reaction, Z देगा ester. हो गया? अब Z क्या हो गया? तुम्हारा treatment with sodium hydroxide, you are getting sodium ethanoate, right? So CH3COONA. That means the counterpart of Z will be what? It will be, और ये देगा, ये वाला देगा और इथाइल अल्कोहल देगा. तो the ester will be a composition having CH3COC2H5. Then only it will react with NaOH to give me sodium ethanoate and ethyl alcohol. So Z मेरा, Y मेरा क्या होगा? अल्कोहल. So इथाइल अल्कोहल हो गया. अब इथाइल अल्कोहल और ये एस्टर जनरेट करना पड़ेगा, तो एसिड का काउंटर पार्ट में क्या होगा? एसिटिक एसिड CH3COOH हो जाएगा. तो X हो गया एसिटिक एसिड, Y हो गया इथाइल अल्कोहल. तो फर्स्ट जो रिएक्शन है वो हो गया क्या? एस्टेरिफिकेशन रिएक्शन. नेक्स्ट हो गया क्या तुम्हारा? एस्टेरिफिकेशन. और एस्टर जब NaOH के साथ रिएक्ट करता है तो कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग अल्कोहल देता है. ठीक है? Thank you, ma'am. Welcome. Okay. So with this, we come to the end of today's session. And again, thank you all of you for your attention. Today's session was काफी interactive था क्योंकि तुम लोग थे, questions कर रहे थे. Thank you. Okay. Fire Rise Gaming. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, tomorrow you have an exam. So again, best wishes to you. I hope you have you come out with flying colors in your tomorrow's exam. And do let me know how was your exam tomorrow. I'll be waiting for your message. Yes, message कहाँ करना है? इधर करना है. ठीक है? Copy. लिख लो तुम. मैम इतना जल्दी? क्या जल्दी? खत्म. इतना जल्दी नहीं. You have joined very late. Yes, Saad Kazi, you have joined a bit late because I was there 1.5 hours. It is one and a half hours. 2 o'clock we have started. It is 1.5 hours. We are doing the PYQs. So thank you for your attention. So please do visit our BookmarksEducare.com for regular live updates. And 1:1 mentorship package, our ads are running. 1:1 mentorship we are providing. We are giving personalized packages. So you are welcome. You come to us. We'll interact with you. We'll clear your doubts. And regularly we are coming out with all type of sessions for all the subjects. Last minute board preparation. So bang on. You have to study and only study. अगर मैं 5-6 घंटा ले लूंगी तो सिर्फ before exam, yes, we will definitely do 5-6 hours regularly. So 5-6 hours of chemistry, physics, everything will come, physics, chemistry, maths, biology. But you have to stay tuned with us, follow us, subscribe us to know for more updates. You please follow all our meta pages, regular shorts, ads, everything are running in our meta and YouTube pages. So please stay tuned with us. Today, we end here. So again, We'll come to you with more fruitful such sessions. Thank you.